Hello my lovelies, Robbie Rock Kickback Garage. Now, today, I really have to sort out the headlight. I've got a flickering headlight and I found out what the problem is. And I have to change the switch. If that's something you fancy having a ganj of, then grab yourself a coffee. Maybe something a bit stronger. And I'll see you all. I'll see you all after the intro. Right, the problem is, on the last run, the light stopped working on Shrek's scooter, and I think I found the problem. I'll show you. Say hello to my switch. There's a bit of a story behind this. I wanted to simplify the wiring on the Series 1, so I opted, when I changed over to the Casa disc brake, which was late summer last year, then I bought myself the TV type master cylinder holder, and I bought a Casa lambretta light switch because obviously they're the most expensive, so they have to be the best, right? Maybe not. I have no idea what's happening here. You can't press the button. It sort of stopped working. I think it's dislodged itself or something like that. And I was thinking what I could do is drill up the rivets around the back here and try and fix it. It won't even, I can't even get it down to go on main beam. It's just the switch is completely, and the strange thing is, here in Norway, we ride in the summer, the days are really long, we have daytime running lights, and we hardly ever use the dip switch. So this is just total shite, to be honest. And these are quite expensive. So what I ended up doing is I was on the interwebs and I found Scootopia's version. That costs UK, British pounds, cost £8. So I bought 2 of these. So maybe they'll last the whole season. But I'm thinking, I mean, for all that I know, they could be made at the same factory or something. So I didn't fancy forking out for an expensive Casa again, just for this to break on me. And yeah, so stop babbling. Want to fit this thing. How do I go around that? Well, the problem is I have the wire in the Horncast. I have the wiring in the Horncast because it's a Series 1. I'm not actually quite sure how to do this. And I have to be really effective here because tomorrow, going out with the lads, we're going to a town where I've never ridden this before, and I think the Series 1, I think it's a bit cool because I'm going to meet Hans with his original TV 175 that I fixed, and we're going to meet up with Steve, and we're going to ride with Svein on his original-ish GS 150. So I thought this would match. This would match what the boys are riding. So I really want to get this fixed, and it's getting late, so I have not got much time. So first, what I think I'll do is whip off the headset top, remove what do I have to, it's a Series 1. What I have to do, whip off the headset top, take off the headlight rim. Okay, we'll start. We'll make a start. We'll stop babbling, make a start. Basically, the headset top, just these 2 screws under the handlebar. And before you start saying it could be an earth or something, if I hit this really hard, then the light starts working for like 20 nanoseconds. Another reason why I want to use this scooter is, if you follow the channel, you would have seen that I have fit the new scooter center, what's it called? The BGM long-range fuel tack. So I want to see if that springs any leaks or anything before we take it on some really long journeys. What happened to my fancy washer? Is that stuck in the top there? Yes, it is. So that's good. It's still there. Thing is, with these headset tops, is you've got this like special washer here that's chamfered that fits on the head of your bolts there. One of them is stuck into the paint, which is great. Means I don't have to look for that afterwards. Here we go, easily done, because I have the SIP Speedo, everything's wired up electrically. I don't have a Speedo cable, so that's easy to take off. Let's take off the headset rim. I'm missing the screw here. I'll show you why. This is actually a... Oh, look, that's loose. I have to nip that down afterwards. I'm missing the screw here on this side, and I'll show you why. Series 1 and Series 2 headlight rims, they are different. The Series 2 headlight rim, that has one hole each side of the headlight rim, and one hole at the bottom, so 3 screws in total. This one, the Series 1, that has, that has 4 screws. So there's 1 on each side and 2 at the bottom. They obviously simplified that when they went over to Series 2. The annoyance is the holes on this Casa Lambretta expensive headlight is that the holes don't fit my original Homecast. And to be honest, I think it's probably more of a Casa problem than it is my scooter problem. Oh, don't lose. I'm going completely blind. I can't. There you go. I really don't want to lose those bolts there. They're quite small. I think I'm going to put a little bit of a Loctite on them. They were quite loose. Right, so that's the head set removed. And the holes I was talking about, this one and this one, if I hold the light up so that those are parallel to each other, then the 2 holes at the bottom are not in the center. That is so annoying. So this hole is higher than this hole, so it doesn't fit on one of the sides. So I've just bottled it down with 3 screws, and maybe the reason why it's loosened. But I've had this since, we've done lots of miles on it, so I'm not really worried about it. So in here I have got my electronics. I wonder if I'll show you. So I use my little BGM light, and you can have a look in there. So this is what it looks like under the light. I have, there's not a lot of wires here. I've completely and utterly simplified it. And there you can see the light, the wires at the back there, hopefully. They come from the light switch. So what I'm going to do is, what I always do, is take a photo of what goes where, so that I can easily pop these together again. One problem being, obviously, is that the horn wire goes down there and onto the horn. I really haven't got time to remove the Homecast. So what I'm thinking, actually I can see one of the wires has popped off, so that's probably why my horn isn't working. Let's have a look at that. The horn hasn't worked for a while. Now I know why. I'm not really bothered. I mean, to be honest, this is quite noisy, this scooter, and if I beep the horn, no one's going to hear it anyway, not over the engine sound. Right, so that's that off. I'm missing a wire. What's this? What's this from? It's a red wire to something, and I'm missing the wire that fits inside the horn. I'm baffled. What have I done? Let's have a look. What is that from? Confusing. Strange. Never mind. But I think this white wire here is the one for from the light switch. Let's have a look. If I give it a tug, there's a lot of cables and stuff down there, so I think, yeah, it's definitely that. Why am I missing the wire from the brake light switch? That is really odd. What's going on here? That's for the light switch to the horn. And what I think I'll do is make up a wire with a connector and see if we can pull the whole assembly up, because that means when I fit the new light switch, then I can, luckily, maybe drag it back down again and then plug it in. We'll see. Crimp it down with a proper crimping tool, plier. And I'm going to see if I can manage to pull it up. And what that means is that when I fit the new switch, I can fit that to this wire, which I'm going to pull through. And hopefully, let's see, it's on its way up. Hopefully it won't snag on anything. And then I can pull the brake wire down again. It's snagging on something. Oh, it's coming. Oh, wasn't a bad idea after all. So with a bit of luck, I should be able to pull this loom to the handlebar clear. It's obviously getting jammed. What if I just try and pull one wire at a time, Rob? Oh, this is actually going to be a nightmare to get back through. There we go, got that one up. I could ride without lights, but you know, it's the less reasons for the police to stop us, the better, to be honest. That came through. Isn't that typical? I cut that off and now it's gone through. Right, that is the headset cable's wires loose. And then we've got these two fiddly screws on the headset to remove. I have a bit of luck and I can get those in there on from the new headset, the new switch. Right, let's see if I can ease that through. They're quite stuck, damn it. Ooh, how am I going to do this? I can't get them through. I'm going to have to loosen that, but because I haven't got much time, I'm just going to cut those buggers off. Here's the switch. It goes that way, it's loose, and it doesn't go back again. But like I said, if I hit it, whacked it, and then it pressed it down, there's some sort of pad there. If I hold it in, then the light worked. Oh, damn it. There we go, got it. It's going to be a completely different job trying to get that in again. So what's the before I thread this in, what is the difference between the cheaper £8 Scutopia light switch and the more expensive, 3 times as expensive Casa light switch? This looks a little bit more weathered and used. It's slightly white on the switches themselves. The Scutopia at least operates. Oh, it was the Casa. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I thought it started moving. They look pretty much the same, don't they? Let's have a look at the soldering on the back. It says Casa Lambretta on this one. This one it says nothing. Yeah, I don't think they're made in the same factory because the rivets on this are slightly bigger. They're a little prouder there. The solder on the horn, absolutely non-existent on this one. How's that joined? Just looks like it's wedged in there. Yeah, but otherwise they're pretty close. Let's fit it. Let's fit it. The hole from the light switch out there, or the light switch housing, if you will, it's really, really small and at a very awkward angle. But because I've got the Casa Performance master cylinder, I can actually loosen that without moving the rods and stuff. So if I slacken that, like so, it's movable, then it gives me a little bit of access to that hole. My problem is I have this switch for my SIP speedo. That's also blocking the hole a little bit. What I think I'm going to do with the wires is sort of thread them one at a time. I think I'll start with the fattest one, which is to the horn. Interesting. Right. That's sort of tangled. Do you think I'll be able to get those? Let me show you. It's such a tiny hole in there. So what I have to do is sort of push this to the back of the light switch, so it gives me a fighting chance of being able to pull through the other wires. But I think when I get to wire number 3, it's gonna start being a bit of a nightmare. Let's give it a go. So let's start with the orange. I mean, the other way of doing this is if I thread the whole, I'm thinking, yeah, if I took off the handlebar, shunk, then I'd be able to move this so that the holes are lined up a little bit better, and it gives you a bit more of a fighting chance. I really don't want to take off the handlebar because I've shimmed it nicely. And this will probably mean that what I might do actually, I might be very naughty and take off the housing on the white one. That way I should be able to thread it through easier. And I won't be able to get that through the hole in my headset either. So I'm just going to take off that protective sheath. It's not going to last more than 5 minutes anyway. Although that being said, I haven't used Scootopia switches before, so it could be that this lasts longer than the Casa. There we go. So that's through. And now that actually gives me quite a bit of room. I can see if I can thread the others in. Oh, it's a bit tricky. So much faffing around because an expensive part stops working. I can't remember the price of them, but Google them. I think I paid £8 for the Scootopia one, and I'm sure it's at least triple numbers. And the problem is, I remember as well, is that Scooter Centre, which is my local scooter shop, if you will, my closest scooter shop, they didn't have any switches in stock. So I ended up buying this from Rimini Lambretta. Rimini Lambretta, they're quite bad with us because they don't take off VAT. And because like we're in the UK, I have to pay VAT and a bit in toll, and I have to pay for the handling fees. So it ends up being quite expensive, and they only send with Express. So when they send with Express, that's more expensive, and I actually pay VAT on the postage costs as well. So it's really frustrating, and I don't understand why they can't deduct tax. Now what they've done, because the UK is such a big market, they have, if you live in the UK and you go into Rimini Lambretta, you can press a UK button and they give you like a 20% discount, which is supposed to be the VAT price. And I think they should do that for us who lives outside of Europe, and that also includes our American friends. But luckily for our American friends, they can buy stuff through John at Casa Lambretta USA. I'm not sure if he imports the engines though. I'm having all sorts. Oh, is that it? Is that coming through? Oh, that's gone through. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I had to make a couple of extensions because it just doesn't quite fit. It's going to be really difficult to fit those cables. They're just a little bit too short to be able to fit them on the outside of the scooter before I mount the light. So first off is the where did that fit again? That's the earth, but that's a bullet connector. What am I doing? I'm gonna have to look at my telephone. Where are you? Where's my telephone? Oh, you are kidding me. Please, this is just not my day. That is complete disaster. Oh, shit. Right, so my advice is, if you get faulty parts like these Casa Lambretta parts, you should really send them back to the shop. And if you live in the UK or you live in Germany and buy from a German shop, that is totally feasible. My problem is if I contact the shop and I have a problem with something, that everyone that's outside Europe, apart from the UK, because you've got loads of scooter shops there, no excuse not to buy from your local British scooter shop. The problem is here in Norway is that I always get asked, oh, that's a bit odd, can you send it back please, so we can, and then we'll send you a new one. My problem is, because I'm outside of Europe, is that if I'm going to send something back to the shop, like that light switch, in Italy, it'll cost me more in postage and the VAT back in again to the country than it's worth. So it's really a little bit depressing, because doing stuff like warranties is really, really hard. I have had a couple of warranties with shops in the UK, and they have handled those really well. They've been very expensive items. Petrol tank was one of them, 2 petrol tanks in fact, and a crankshaft. But they saw the dilemma of me having to send stuff over. 2 crankshafts I've had back actually. And they've been real champs about it. They have just sent me stuff for free, as they should. But that saves me having to post something back, and they lose out a little bit in that. But it could be because I'm a YouTuber, influencer. But yeah, so if you live in the UK or Germany, you get faulty parts, then instead of having to faff around like this, and to be honest, if I didn't have to change that light switch, I wouldn't have to buy myself a new front light now. Oh, it's really, really annoying. And I haven't really got the money for it right now. But I've got the Tourid. I'm happy with that. I'm going to have to take her tomorrow. She's a beautiful ride. This one makes more noise and it impresses the motorbikers a little bit more. But yeah, that's just the way it is. So I will wrap it up now. I will love you and leave you. And next video, I think we're going to talk about some luggage actually on this. But the first thing I'm going to do is go inside, have a bit of a cry, and order myself a new, very expensive Casa Lambretta headlight for this. So annoying. If you want to support the channel, then don't forget, you certainly should give it a like. If you fancy commenting on the video, actually, if you comment on the video, then that's almost better than giving it a thumbs up, because it's something to do with algorithms on YouTube. So give us a comment. And if you want to support the channel, you can do the old super like under the video there. You can buy me a coffee, you can buy merch. There's all sorts of ways you can support the channel. And yeah, I love you and leave you, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ra!